Good morning, everybody. In our last class, I have discussed about a place Udupi, and the narrator is going to tell us a story from that place. Narrator had described that story from that place. So, at first, it is prerogative for us to know a little about Udupi. It is Udupi is situated in Karnataka. It is a district headquarter of Karnataka. It is a popular tourist destination in India. It has a large number of the temples scattered in different parts of the city. It has a famous Krishna temple, and there are a large number of beautiful and serene beaches. To that bank, Udupi is situated. The Maple Beach is the most famous among them. So here we are going to discuss about a particular interesting story which has been told to the narrator by a priest. Okay, and so here this is the part of that story. Narrator says, or the author tells a real story of a man from this place. That man's father was a priest in the temple. When the man was a young one, he would stop briefly at the temple while walking to school and pray for a pair of shoes. That prayer was granted, but it took 30 years time. And the son of that man, after 30 years, is now dressed in grey uniform, wearing socks and shoes. So here the author comments that the prayer of one boy, father now, was granted to another boy, the son, by the goddess, but it took 30 years. It took 30 years of time period. The time has for that young boy, at least the boy got a pair of shoes. The boy is really lucky one, because the prayer of that boy's father was granted, and at least the boy has a pair of shoes. But there are many boys like rag pickers who are still wishing for a pair of shoes. It explains away a perpetual state of poverty. And in this way, we find that the author focuses upon the requirements as well as the necessity of shoes and other items for the boys or the community of rag pickers. Moving further, now the narrator, okay, after a long association with Sahib as well as his friends, narrator knew a lot about the place of their residence, and so the narrator is going to tell us a little about the place of the residence. So what is the place of that, what is about that place of the residence? These children are living at Simapuri. Simapuri as is at the periphery of Delhi. It means it is not far away from Delhi. Simapuri is a place on periphery of Delhi, but it is away from the light of development. Proper Delhi developed a lot, but the light of development did not reach to Simapuri area, although it was not far away from the proper Delhi. And so the narrator has used a very beautiful a very beautiful line. Okay, a place on the periphery. Periphery means outskirt, outside of Delhi, 8 miles away from it. It means although Simapuri is on the periphery of Delhi, but the place is miles away from the light of development. It is a little hell. It is devoid of sewage, drainage, and fresh drinking water. It is full of garbage and dirt. It has structures of mud with roofs of tin and tarpaulin. Nothing had changed in many years. Simapuri is a place of scarcity, poverty, and negligence. In reality, Simapuri is miles away from Delhi, although it is a part of Delhi. In this way, we find that narrator had discussed about this place which is away from development. People who are living in this area are living a very, are living, their conditions are really very pathetic one, and in this way the narrator has discussed about this place. Moving further, Simapuri is a settlement of more than 10,000 rag pickers. They are squatters. It means they are residing there illegally. They all migrated, probably all. They all migrated from Dhaka, Bangladesh, and they reached to this place, but they did not have a legal document, and so it had been termed as a, so they are squatters who came from Bangladesh in 1971. 1971, there was a great war also. Simapuri was a wasteland and empty place once they came here. There are lack of basic amenities like sewage, drainage, and fresh drinking water. There are a structure of mud with roofs of tin and tarpaulin called home for the people there. They live there without an identity and without permits. They have ration cards that get their names on voters list, which enable them to buy grain. And so you find that the people who are living in that area, the condition of the area is not good, and probably people who are living there, their condition their condition is also not good. They prefer livelihood over identity. Food is more important than their identity. They left their home and settle here. Children grow up becoming partners in survival. They knew only one profession, that is rag picking. If you continue this particular, then you find that we are going to continue with this one. So here they are the another important question. Through the years, it has acquired the proportions of a fine art. We are going to discuss about this thing. Children who are living in the Simapuri are becoming partners in survival. And survival in Simapuri means rag picking. Rag pickers became professional. It means they are doing the work of rag picking like professional. Professional means they earned efficiency in that particular work, in particular job. If you are efficient enough in a particular activity, I mean the work or job, then it is say that he is professional in his work. Rag pickers became professional as rag picking is a dull no more a dull and dirty jobs. Rag picking becomes bread earner and means of survival. It has acquired the proportion of a fine art. Through the years of practice, they become expert in this particular job. And so this is reason due to that the narrator comments, through the years, rag picking has acquired the proportion of a fine art in Simapuri. Moving further, we are coming to the another important point. Food is more important for survivor than an identity. And we know that once the narrator okay once the narrator asks this question, and what is this question? Why they left their beautiful land of green fields and rivers. So beautiful land of green fields and rivers had been used metaphorically Okay, it indicates about the place where these people living, and so these women, or here is the answer. So food is more important for survival than an identity. Their fields are unable to provide them food. Wherever they find food, they pitch their, erect their tents that become temporary transit homes. The question is that what is the use of identity if they can't survive in their own places? If they determine to leave their place and after passing of certain years they did not survive at that place, then what is the use of that identity? So the answer is that what is the use of identity if they can't survive in their own place? In Simapuri, at least they can feed their families and go to bed without an aching stomach. It means they are forced to leave their place, they are forced to leave their country, and finally they settle in Simapuri. Still, they don't have, and so they don't have any profession. They have no any means of income, and so for them survival is important, and survival in Simapuri means rag picking. Then we come to another important point. Okay, here is the point. Garbage to them is gold. Garbage to them is gold. We are going to discuss about this one. Squatters of Simapuri came here in search of food. They are struggling hard to feed their families. They are hopeful to go to bed without an aching stomach. Garbage for rag pickers is as precious as gold. Rag picking is only source of income as well as survival for them. In this work, they become fully skilled. Garbage provides their daily bread, a roof over their heads. Garbage is essential for their survival. That's why garbage to them is gold. It has been narrated by the, it has been explained by the narrator or the author. So we are moving further. Okay, now we are going to discuss one of the most important thing. Why the children, okay, consider the heap of garbage, okay, why the children consider the heap of garbage as a wonderful thing or wrapped in wonder. So we are going to discuss about this point. Here is the point. Sahib and his friends, you should go through this particular uh, part of the learning. Okay, so you will find that it seems that for children, garbage has a meaning different from what it means to their parents. Why so? But before coming to that, we will discuss For children. So narrator says that it has a different meaning. One meaning for their parents and another meaning for the children. What is the meaning for the children? For children, the garbage is wrapped in wonder. Okay. For children, it is wrapped in wonder. And so we are going to discuss about this point first. Sahib and his friends, while scrounging for the garbage, Sahib and his friends sometimes find a rupee, even a 10 rupee note. They can find a silver coin in the heap of garbage also. It means there is a hope of finding more and more expensive items. They can't stop scrounging for because there is a hope of finding even more rupees. Okay, more 10 rupee notes, more silver coins. There are chances of getting more expensive items. Therefore, for them, garbage is full of wonders. Garbage is full of the surprises. Why? Because whenever they are scrounging there, they are finding one thing or the other thing, and so it was really surprising thing for them, and they cannot stop this work scrounging for. Okay, and so now I am going to repeat once again. For children, the garbage is wrapped in wonder. For children, the garbage is wrapped in wonder. So here we find that the garbage had two meaning. The garbage had two prospect, you can say. Okay, one for children, it has one meaning. What is the meaning for them? For children, the garbage is wrapped in wonder. But what about the elders, their parents? For elders, it is a means of survival. We have already discussed earlier. Garbage to them is gold. Yes. It means garbage is as precious to them as gold. It is means to provide daily bread, a roof over their heads. Rag picking is the only means to secure an income. It is the only means to carry on their day to day activities, and so for them it has a different meaning. Okay, and probably that meaning is different from the meaning of the children. But one day, narrator find a change. What happened one winter morning? One winter mornings, one winter morning, Sahib was standing by the fenced gate of the neighborhood club. Yes, he was watching the game of he was watching the game of tennis. You may study. He was watching the game of tennis. Sahib also likes the game of tennis. Even he, okay, even he accepts that he got or he entered into the ground when none was there. he went there, he entered there. Okay, the gatekeeper permits him to use the swing, I mean the jhula. The gatekeeper permits him to use the swing. Okay, then what happened? Now the narrator find. The author says, Sahib too is wearing tennis shoes that look strange over his discolored shirt and shorts. Okay, it means Sahib is wearing shoes, his shirt and shorts are fainted in color. It means very old one. But the shoes which he was wearing, the tennis shoes which he was wearing, was completely new one. And so uh, it appears really peculiar for him that tennis shoes was given him. Okay, actually it was a scar, I mean the discarded, not in use, discarded shoes. Some rich man boy, or the a boy who is rich one, okay, uh who discarded that shoes. Why? Okay, he got the discarded shoes of a rich boy. Discarded one. Why discarded? Because it has a hole in the shoe. Okay, who perhaps, I mean that rich boy, refused to wear shoes. Why? Because of a hole in one of them. But it does not bother him. Yes, it does not bother him. We have already learnt in from the story of Udupi that it took more than 30 years to get the blessings of a Suj. So for that child, okay, for in this case, if the child is having a discarded shoes in which there is a small hole, it does not bother him. Why? Because it's like a dream comes true. It is the realization of the dream. But here is a most important question. Would he be able to play the game of tennis, which he is interested to, in which he is interested to? It appears out of his it appears out of his reach. But the writer has took a very lovely turn. And what is that turn? What happened one morning? One winter morning, Sahib was standing by the fence. We have already discussed about this. Presently, Sahib starts working in a tea stall. Anis Jung saw him on his way to the milk booth carrying a steel canister. So, what is this canister? It is a tin container, or it is a container made up of steel. Okay, so he was carrying a container, that is the canister made up of steel. And so Sahib was carrying, it is very peculiar thing. Why peculiar? Author never finds Sahib in a steel canister or carrying a steel canister. He always finds him carrying a plastic bag, a heavy plastic bag, because he is scrounging for garbage. And if you visualize this scene in your neighborhood, then you find that there are many small children. They are working over the they are working over the heap of the garbage and searching something, and on their back there is a plastic bag, and the bag is really heavy one. So let's continue. Okay, so he is now working in a tea shop. Okay, and Sahib was on his way to the milk booth carrying a steel canister. Now he is paid 800 rupees and all his meal. It means now Sahib is not a free man, free boy. Sahib, his face has lost the carefree look. The steel canister seems heavier than the plastic bag he would carry so, so lightly over his shoulder. Sahib now carries a burden of duty or burden of responsibility of his duty. He is now mere a servant one. Okay. Now Sahib carries a burden of responsibility of his job. He is mere a servant. His face lost carefree look. He is no longer a master. He has to follow the dictate. He has to follow the dictates of his duty, orders of his master. It means he lost his childhood and freedom both. Earlier, he was master of his will. The steel canister is a symbol of his lost identity and freedom. The steel canister seems heavier than the plastic bag. And in this way, the narrator concluded about the life of Sahib. Now, Sahib lost his childhood, okay, as well as freedom, and in this way, the part having the heading sometimes I find a rupee in the garbage ended in this particular manner. And I hope that uh, this class I in this class I have tried to answer many questions, and I hope that you will find it easier for your different exams and the test also. So okay, good day.